am Suzanne McNeill with Design Originals, and today I want to show you a Zen-sational butterfly that I stitched on my home sewing machine. So here's a little wall hanging or table runner. Has 3 large butterflies. If you look carefully, you can see that each one has the same basic outline, but inside I'm doing variations on wavy stitching, zigzag stitching, sort of a feather stitch, circles, and then the body and antenna on the butterfly. Now this one's a little simpler. You can see that I've done sort of a box stitch, zigzag stitches, and this one's my favorite. I used concentric circles and then the scallops around the edge. So to show you how simple it is to do and how quick, I'm going to do just a small butterfly on my home machine. Now here are 4 small butterflies, and I'm just going to show you how easy it is to stitch one of them today. So all I need to begin is I have 3 layers of fabric, top fabric, muslin or twill, bonded batting, and just muslin or scrap fabric for the back. And I have already used a washout pencil to trace the basic outline of the butterfly. So now in my machine I have chosen to use black bobbin thread and black top thread. I like the 12 weight top thread to stitch with because it makes a bigger pattern. I'm going to put my feed dogs down, and now I'm ready to go. Now I might start off a little bit slow, but you can see that I'm just guiding the fabric. Just free motion quilting. I don't have to stitch exactly right on those blue lines, but I want to at least come close. So I like to outline the entire butterfly first. So now that I have the basic outline done, I'm going to stop a minute, and I'm going to, now this is a page out of the butterfly pattern pack. So you can see this has some simple stitch variations that you can refer to, and this part of the stitching I like to do free motion because that's the fun part, and I really like to do that. So I'm just going to do a simple stitch here. So voila, there's my little butterfly. Now let's just look here quickly. You can see that this scallop stitch right here is very similar to what I did right here on both sides. Here's a nice swirl stitch. I did something similar right here. So very simple to do, just zigzag stitches and scallop stitches and little circles. And let's look here at these butterflies. Everyone is exactly the same outline, but everyone is stitched a little bit different. So that's really the fun part. So let's go back and look at the big butterflies again. That was so much fun to do the small butterfly, and you could see how quick it was. Now I like to pull my threads to the back and tie a knot. And here's one with 4 butterflies all made up. Let me show you a couple variations. Here's one with applique underneath the stitching. So I just use steam a seam to cut and fuse a yellow butterfly and then stitched on top of that one. Here's another one I did. Now this one is I stitched first, and then you can see that I used my collection of fabric markers. I like tea juice markers, Fabric Mate, lots of markers will work. Just be sure they're fabric markers. And I tested it on the back to be sure which colors I would like and be sure that I like the way they work. So here's the front of it. Isn't that fun? And here's a red applique butterfly. And then I want to show you my patterns. You know, I'm very particular about my patterns. I really want you to have all the information you need. So here's the butterfly pattern, basics of how to begin, basics of stitching, how to set up your machine, some close-ups of applique and coloring. Here's the small butterfly pattern, the large butterfly pattern for all of the large butterflies, some variation stitches so that you can be inspired. Have a little guideline. Of course, everyone's look a little different. And here are the stitches I used. I only used these stitches on this particular collection of butterflies. And then, of course, how to make the pillow top, wall hanging, or table runner. So enjoy. I hope you'll enjoy doing these free motion, sensational butterflies inspired by Zentangle.